Merhaba arkadaşlar.
Hey, what are you doing here? You're not allowed. I never want to see you here again.
What? Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Has the night watchman rung already? Well, look out!
Güzel. Ha, uyuyor mu? Hadi biri bizi kapattı.
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
Ne oluyor oğlum? Uyanık uyuyordu bize.
Kirwell, what are you doing, Moishe?
Foot's a caporra, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Gel Yosa kes.
Du wirst sterben! Ach, was!
Ulan senin belanı
Come
oku.
on then.
Wait, wait! Don't kill him!
Neden?
You're gonna beg for mercy. After this, we can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them. Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you.
No, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. I'm not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my 2 best men. I'm not a fool.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
Ne düşünüyorsun hala diyor. Bir şeylik düşünme sakın. Çalmaz.
I'll trust you. But in return you have to trust me.
You
can't see where we're going.
Evet, gözümüzü kapatacağım.
But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Wait. Who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up.
Gözümüz kapalı.
Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure. But he says he knows you, and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry.
Evet.
Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort. And bodyguard.
Aklısı diyor herkes.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
Kolay oldu. Ben de normalde
If
ne
I'm not
bileyim
mistaken,
üstümüzü değişir
Jobs
böyle
sent you to Von
şeyden
Berghoff
iade
with a
toplantısına
message.
katılış falan sanıyordum.
How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berghoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God. I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
We did.
And? What was von Berghoff's reaction?
That bastard first used us, and then wanted to get rid of us. We only just avoided being killed.
Sucker.
Kötülük yaptı.
So there's no chance the League of Lords will turn against Sigismund?
No chance. On the contrary, von Berghoff and von Aulitz came here to Kuttenberg to be at Sigismund's beck and call.
Christ. And what are you doing here, actually?
I came here with a man called Zizka.
Zizka? Jan Zizka of Trotsnov?
You know him?
Of course I do. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well. What was strange was that his band was infiltrated by Istvan Toth, if you remember.
That rat from Tarnberg. What was he doing there?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then.
Bir yeşilliğe pek
After
güvenemedim.
Zizka
Hadi
took us
neyse.
prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side. And Istvan
Kılıcını
had to
çalacak
flee.
artık bilmiyorum.
So the fucker's
Kılıcı
still
çok baktı.
alive.
Not any longer.
Ya da anladı belki babasının emaneti gibisinden. Nalbant bu. Aslanca kalsın dedi belki.
Done. Let's drink to that.
To our enemy's death.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
You can say that again.
For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as it happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobs just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
I must admit, I see his point. He has plans. He wants to take advantage of the truce while it lasts. And he doesn't want to provoke Sigismund into starting warring again. And he's probably right about Capon. Nobody's going to throw away the chance of a fat ransom, or waste a nice opportunity for blackmail.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
That's all.
Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh, how's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
so?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkhoff?
Yes. That... so...
Olmaz.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if von Berkhoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malashov Fortress.
Well, it'll be tougher than I thought, but that can't be helped. I'm gonna have to get him out of there somehow.
I admire your keenness, but...
But that is the most insane idea I've heard so far today.
You can't just launch an assault on Malashov. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
All right, I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
Ne? Menemen mi?
I'm
Domates
not
mi?
hungry now. Slowly. Nice and slow.
Easy, good horse. Easy. Nice and slow.
I have not changed my answer. I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands on my silver.
You forget I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malishov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
La adam iyice sürüyor abi. Avutmadı bile.
Seize that traitor!
Bunlar herhalde savaşırız. Bu adam bize lazımsa.
Not another step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove.
Kopuşuruz.
What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
Gelin lan buraya.
He's one of them! Get him!
You gonna fuck her!
Ver sizi.
We'll finish that.
You won't get away with that!
You'll die for that, you! Right then! A death for a death! You won't?
Good hit!
Ne oldu lan ha? Bu kadar mıydı?
Damn. They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad.
You alright, sir? Looks like you took some hits.
It's just a scratch.
Papa! My God! You're hurt!
I'm all right. What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life. Didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger.
Benden gelsin, benden gelsin.
There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
I should be the one apologizing. Some of it is my handiwork.
It won't be your concern, though. I promise. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plimo, the commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse my coin. But back to you, lad. Who are you? And why have you graced us with your visit?
I'm Henry of Scallis, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can? How?
Lord Capon is held at Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. It's full of leaks. I doubt its new master will lift a finger to do anything about it. But tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Well, we all stand on the same side. Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like that ginger bastard either. Especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out?
Nobody will know.
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long, have you? The walls have ears here. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. He's had it in for us ever since he took over the office. He's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. It seems he'd like to see me reduced to a beggar. And now we've killed his men. The king's men. I'll have to reach deep into my pocket to get out of that. Like Rosa said, lad, as long as Vavak is around, my hands are tied. I'm sorry.
Should I kill him?
Christ almighty!
I don't doubt you could pull it off, but it wouldn't help anything. Sigismund's people are like the Hydra. You chop off one head, and another grows back in its place. We'd just get another Vavak, if not worse. No, killing won't solve anything. We have to do something else to get to him. It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. There are rumors going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen, using a fake die. If Sigismund were to find out, he'd have him executed at once, regardless of his noble blood.
Ah, I see. You want to blackmail Vavak?
It certainly wouldn't hurt to have something on him that would put him in his place for good. Some kind of evidence.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way to the mint. And we have to find out where.
Find out? But how? They don't let just anyone into the mines and smelting works.
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. Fortunately, we have an ally. My friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the Mintmaster's office, but his brother Christian remained in the Italian court. He wanted to become the Mintmaster himself, but because of Vavak, he had to settle for the steward's office. He hates him even more than we do on account of it.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Vavak.
just as much as I would. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'm sure he'll accommodate you. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud. That's fair, isn't it?
All right. It's a deal. I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian and Horshan at the estate near the mines. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the pot of silver. He'll know who he's dealing with. But be careful, both of you. This is our last chance to stop Vavak.
We'll be praying for you.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow. Slowly. Nice and slow.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
And use virgin veins. Paul's son is out there without fixing props.
I don't have time to discuss it with Paul. You'll be watching it from now on, all right? Or I'll have to find another fet.
You can't just sack me, steward. I got this job from Ulrich von Neuhaus.
But I can make sure he knows how you run the place. That's the 5th yucca who got scrushed in here.
This is some jiggery pokery.
Be quiet, and now clear off. You have no business here.
You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me about Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
So is Vavak really stealing the silver?
For God's sake, not so loud! What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game. If Sir Kunzling trusts you, you could help me in my investigation.
Well, that's actually why I'm here.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
No, I don't.
I thought as much. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
Look at last. What did I do to you?
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, We'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much it helped. I mean, mined out.
Couldn't I just ask Fett?
Fett's job is to count the corves and write the amount down in the mine book. He won't tell you any other number. We're interested in what the miners themselves have to say. They've no reason to hide anything. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like, calling each other Sonny, however old they are. Or... but you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or perhaps a nobleman interested in buying a mine. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
Pretending to be your nephew sounds like the best option.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corves they mine. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement within the mine.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am by now. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine book. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
Teşekkür ederim.
By the way, I've had the honour of meeting...
Well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Sukdal.
Even though we had some... disagreements. If it weren't for him, I'd never have...
Nereye gideceğim? Belki bundadır. Whoa!
I will be done on the...
Sabah.
You Foreman Paul?
Böyle bakıyorsun dışarıda
You walk
bulamayacak.
like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye. Who are you? And what are you doing so deep in the pit?
My name's Henry. Sir Christian sent me. I'm his nephew. He wanted me to learn about his job, so here I am. Are you praying? Why?
The day before the Feast of St. Petronilla, a kidder was hawking here. We dinged the berg, set it ablaze. It all came crashing down on him. Done it.
That's awful.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, and now...
Will you answer my questions?
Will you pray with me for his soul one last time?
Aye.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after me. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper,
Almighty
tin,
and merciful
iron,
God,
and
our
all
Father,
ores and metals.
you are the giver
I
of
ask that you
gold,
bless my
silver,
brother who has died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may your
tin,
holy angels
iron,
save his soul from
and all
damnation.
ores and
Bring his
metals.
soul to
I ask that
eternal
you bless
glory
my
through
brother
our Lord,
who has died
our
in his
Saviour and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
And may your
Christ.
holy angels save his soul from damnation. Bring his soul to eternal glory through our Lord, our Saviour and Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen. So, are you going to answer me now?
Aye. Thanks for praying with me. Ask a boot out.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much ore's in it. It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a corf isn't much of a fight.
What is the work of a miner about?
What it's about? It's about hewing the face and hauling the ore to the bank in coves. Over and over again. Proper graft, that. Can be real dodgy, mind. Might even do you in.
How is the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets scored and set ablaze. We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing ore. Nothing to it.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye, but every death in the shaft is a waste. Whether it's in a crumple or black damp. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakka or two a
Sanırım
month,
doğru
you know.
adama geldik. Diğerlerinin sonuna geri kalmayabilir belki.
That's life,
Belki.
like.
So how many corves did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corves.
That's all I need to know.
In the name of the Father, the Son...
Bakayım. Aynen bak. Doğru adam bulmuşuz. Çok güzel. Yo, daha bunlar var. Tamam.
Holy Spirit. Amen.
Daha buradan nasıl çıkacağım hocam ben? Maden içinde mi acaba bunlar? Maden içinde. Yok. Benim de kontrolüm. Pardon.
Greetings to you.
Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny? Can't you see we're hewing?
Sir Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm his nephew, Henry. I'm supposed to see what the work in the mine is all about.
He's grooming a successor, eh? But you can't just amble around. You'll count your creels.
I'll just have a few questions.
The more we gab, the less we gar. But make it snappy, man. What do you want to know, like?
How exactly do you mine ore?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yak of graft, did you? You take a kevil and ding away at the rock and don't croak from the stythe, then you'll keel over from exhaust.
I wonder...
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Sir Christian himself can tell you how much he's got written down in the mine book.
What do you want in return for telling me?
Well, there is. Me and my crew have been howking away in this heat, and we're bloody parched. We could do with a proper bevy, but Foreman Fett got scunnered we were boozing in the shaft, bringing enough ale for the whole crew. And I'll tell you how many corves it was.
I'll try to get you that beer.
You could try talking some sense into Fett. Maybe he'll listen to an outsider. God be with you. And maybe wash up a bit.
All right.
Are you Foreman Samco?
Aye, I am. And who's asking?
My name is Henry. Steward Christian sent me to you. I'm his nephew. He wants me to learn about his work.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything. What'd you say?
I may not look like it, but I'm not wanting for groschen. I'll pay you if you talk to me.
All right, Mara. That works for me.
Haber şeyin
Tell us what you want to ken.
ilacı ya.
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse. Half a groschen a cough is no.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's. Only then there's not much silver in the ore. And
what is the work of...
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. But proper rest is even more...
How many
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were, we managed to howk 34 corves without skimping on hame time.
So how do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kip, some a swally, some go whoring.
That's all I need to know.
I heard they're gonna...
I don't feel much like moving somehow.
Did you lock away the miner's beer in a chest?
And who are you? You have no business here.
Henry, I have a letter from Sir Christian. I'm his nephew. I'm supposed to take a look around the place.
Look around all you want. Just don't get hurt doing it. They call me Thet. Head Gaffer Thet.
Did you lock away the men's beer?
Aye, I did. They shouldn't be drinking on the job.
I'll buy the beer from you.
All right. I'll share the caution with the fellas. Here's the
yine
key.
paylaşıyor.
Bring them the beer. It'll be nice and cold.
So you're the head foreman here?
That's right. I
have some questions for you.
If you have any questions...
How much ore do you...
It's a little different every day. It depends on... Sometimes it's 50 calves.
How much would...
Well, fuck. It's interesting you should ask about that. It was a lovely 90 calves.
How much do the
I pay them half a groschen for every full calf. The more calves if they happen to be hewing soft rock.
How many miners are you?
Oh, you know, Sonny, that depends. There are 3 crews in the pits.
What does a head foreman?
What do you think? They call me Master. I also keep the records.
I could use a nap. Where did you say the beer was again?
On the bank, in a chest in the...
Uncle Christian doesn't have time. If he asks me what I've learned...
That's right, too. He'd be proper scunnered at me for telling you that stuff. That won't do, kidder.
Where did you say the beer was again?
On the bank, in a chest in the camp. Behind the dugouts. It's covered in branches.
I don't want anything for free, if you know what I mean.
Sounds canny to me. Listen up then. It was a good gar on the feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 30...
Thanks. What is the work of a
What's it about? We gans through the roads, Bella.
How do you get the...
Same way it's hewed. Once you get out by with the...
How much do you get?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies...
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a groschen a quart. Take care for now.
I could use a nap.
Ama renkli bulamıyordum. Hediye aldım öyle. Sürekli olan. Yatağından çıkıyordu. Uyan bu oldu.
Whoa! Christ, I need some sleep. I already know how many corves the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'd say it's...
Seriously? Why would anyone report more than... The book lists 90 corves extracted. That means that nobody could just come along and take them. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
That this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that...
What about that?
I still think the trail will lead us to him. But we know you need to talk to Fett, and how being involved in the theft of... Make sure to promise them, when you've talked to them, come back to me, and we'll...
I've got you. You can't say you weren't warned. You'll pay up.
All right, I'll pay.
Now show me what you've got. Let's see if you...
All right.
All right, then. In that case, an indulgence...
Grüß dich. Was wünschst du?
We need to talk.
Was ist denn los?
So Christian sent me. We found some
discrepancy?
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St.
If it says 90, there must have been 90.
Stealing the king's silver is a capital crime. You'll swing for it.
I told you, I do not know anything. I have no form and fed counts the corves here. Go and talk to...
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more core...
Do you have any idea how much ore passes besides? Miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did.
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Talk. Or else. I'll give you such a thrashing your own mother won't recognize you.
No, please. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from on the feast of St. Petronilla. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure.
Is Ulrich Vava
the mint master? I have no idea.
So Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret. So just act like nothing's going. I don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
God grant you health.
A word.
What is it?
Sir Christian sent me.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books.
To steal silver from...
Why are you telling me?
I learned that the miners extracted no... You told me it was 90. And that's how much the mine...
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? And they like to show off? Anyway, what's it? Don't you know? I work for Vavek.
Aye, there's no point in denying it.
Bloody snitch.
You have nothing to fear. You're under my protection. And nothing will happen to you. I'll deal with anyone who wants to harm you. Believe me.
Wait. I'll tell you what I know. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the... He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted... He made it very clear if I didn't play along, there was nothing I could do.
Do you think the mint map?
I don't know. I've got nothing. He says if Christian gives us hassle...
Who was that?
He never told me his name. Even when I don't scare easy.
How long has this been...
For some time now, definitely. I heard he...
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. They say he was drunk. But
Who pays you on the side?
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's...
Alright. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. No one must find out we know about the... Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else.
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent.
Greetings.
Biz yatalım.
You're a wanted man. You're that bastard who's been snooping around. I'll have none of that.
All right, I'll...
Now show me what...
All right.
All right, then. In that case, an indulge...
It looks like nothing's missing. Thank God.
I talked to Fett.
And?
They did. I mean...
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported calves leave for the smelting works from here. If Silver's going missing, you'll have to go and look around and talk to...
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man, but he's the only one who can give you permission.
Something like your letter of safe conduct?
Like I said, it won't be nevertheless. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested...
A nobleman this time?
But be careful. You'll have to dress like a real... But listen, don't carry... You must come to him dressed to the... In short, be charismatic.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes. I reckon you can imagine what those look like. If you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. I'm sure he can sell you something nice. If you're charismatic enough, Buresh is sure to believe your intentions are good. And make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see him looking like some dung-soiled...
What else should I...
In the smelting works, or from the mine, then they give part of the silver to the...
What should I know about?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He started to prosper soon after. Now he's doing better and better.
I got it.
Here. I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you and give to Buresh. I reckon he won't be thrilled. But he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many... If my guess is correct, you could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure some... Good luck, Henry.